All right, so today we're going to take a look at the newest Nintendo Switch eShop sale that does have a number of repeat games that you typically see on sale, but also a fair bit of ones that either don't normally go on sale or are some recent releases that this may be the first time they've been included in a eShop sale. So we're going to get on the same page on which ones might be worth adding into your Nintendo Switch collection. Before we do, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on your bell notification to join Sunbro Nation if you're new here. And with that, we'll hop right over to the Nintendo Switch Sales and Deals eShop page. So right at the top of the Sales and Deals page, which I will have linked in the description down below should you want to check it out for yourself, we have the Blockbuster sale, which runs from August 30th all the way until September 9th at 11:59 Pacific time. Right at the top of the list, you do have Disney Dreamlight Valley. This is going to be a strong recommendation for anybody who is a fan of Animal Crossing or that genre of games. Your daily tasks, logging in to do various different things and building out your environment the way you want, getting a lot of different customizable options, but you're going to be themed in the world of Disney and the Disney characters, and you're going to continue to meet new Disney characters. And there is actually a lot of expanded content for this game, as you do have just the base game sitting at $29.99 or 25% off its regular price. You also have the Gold Edition available for $45, which is 35% discount, or you can pick up the standalone DLC Rift in Time for $20.99, a 30% discount if you already own the base game. And the Gold Edition, to clarify, is both of those combined. It's the base game and a Rift in Time, which is the big DLC expansion. So multiple purchase options there. You then have Minecraft Legends, which I have not checked out this game at all, but I do understand it to be a more action RPG experience in the Minecraft universe. So maybe there is still a building mode. I'm not entirely sure, but I know from every single trailer I've seen, the focal point very much seems to be around the combat and the enemies you are fighting and things like that. So your action adventure RPG experience in the world of Minecraft, essentially. You have that available for $23.99 or 40% off right now. And then you have the Deluxe Edition, which I'm assuming comes with DLC or expanded content, for $29.99, also 40% off its regular retail. Now you also have Star Wars Hunters on sale. This is just a bounty pack for $30. So I don't know exactly everything that all entails, but I believe Star Wars Hunters is free to play. So I'm assuming this is like a bunch of different customizable skins and things that you can hop into and throw onto your character, because it's very much a live service game where you pay to unlock more customization options. Anyway, that's $10.49 or 30% off. Blasphemous 2 is definitely one I would recommend Metroidvania fans to check out. I am busy spending some time in the Castlevania Dominus collection, so I'm going to hold off on this one myself for now, but I will say that the first Blasphemous was very enjoyable, has a lot of that map style exploration that you find in a Metroidvania, and has some really challenging enemies. It definitely takes some inspiration from the Souls games as well in the department of difficulty and just how you level up and progress your character and things, but a really fun, dark overworld, a lot of unique enemies to take out, and kind of that constant feeling of progression where your character continues to grow and gain more abilities. So definitely a good pickup for Metroidvania fans. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Splintered Fate, which is a very recent release. However, it is only a 10% discount, so a little bit of a trade-off there. This was just out on July 17th of this year, and I do like the isometric gameplay style and really the visuals of this. It is claimed to be more of a roguelike game, but still retains its classic Turtles style combat, and you can play with co-op up to 4 players. I believe it does support online play, so that's going to be a lot of fun if you have some friends to hop into this game with and kind of die and try again and get more powerful. And I don't know the exact mechanics of the roguelike to this. Like, do you lose absolutely everything when you start over? Hopefully not. If you retain some of your power-ups and you continue to kind of expand on your character, making each playthrough a little bit different after death, that's kind of a cool thing and what I like to see implemented into roguelikes to a certain extent. But regardless, small discount, just a few bucks off, but on a very recent release, and probably the first time we've seen that one go on sale, to be fair. Darkest Dungeon 2, another somewhat recent release because this was out in the same month of July, and it is 20% off right now, or $35.99 instead of its $44.99 regular retail. This is the Oblivion Edition, which I'm assuming comes with the DLC that they created for the game thrown in there. You also do have the original Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition for 75% off, or just $9.99 right now. So if you want to look into this game and see it's for you, I would actually pick up the first one first at that $10 price point, and then if you like it, you can pick up Darkest Dungeon 2 at a later time. Pentiment, which is the Microsoft first-party published game that came to Nintendo Switch, or one of the two, it is $11.99 or 40% off right now. Minecraft Dungeons Ultimate is $24.99 or 37% off. You have the DLC available for $9.99, which is 50% off. And then you have Red Dead Redemption, a solid port to the Nintendo Switch, which is 30% off right now. Rockstar game and Rockstar style progression collection with all of its story and characters and the world, but you're of course living in the old Western time. So really fun one. I enjoyed my time with it. 35 bucks, not a bad price on that. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. This game's almost always on sale, but it is just $20 as part of this one, and there is a demo available if you have not had a chance to pick it up yet. Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga is the same situation, $15, but we almost always see that game discounted, so don't feel any kind of time pressure to pick it up. Capcom Fighting Bundle right now, which came out in June of 2022, that is marked down 66%, or just for $20 that you can pick that game up. Capcom Fighting Collection available for $15.99 or 60% off as well. And then you have Sonic Superstars, a heavy recommendation for any 2D Sonic fan out there because it's the new Super Mario Bros. Treatment for Sonic games. If you liked anything in terms of the 2D progression and platforming and style of Sonic games, you will enjoy this, and it does have up to 4-player co-op. It does not support online play with that co-op, but it feels a little bit wonky to begin with because it's hard to keep Sonic characters as they move so fast all on the same screen and know who's doing what, but I really enjoyed my playthrough on that game just from a single player perspective even, but the co-op's a nice addition and the visuals look great, and you're gonna like it if you like 2D Sonic. You're not gonna like it if you don't like 2D Sonic. Simple as that. Sonic Mania up next. Kind of the same situation as what we just said for the last game, but just with more of that traditional visual style from the classic Sonic games. It's only $7.99 right now, or 60% off. That's a steal of a pickup if you haven't gotten a chance to play through that game yet. Just Dance 2024 Deluxe Edition is $31.49 right now, or 55% off its regular price. Grand Theft Auto The Trilogy, the Definitive Edition, 50% off, half price. We do see this one start to go on sale time and time again, it seems like, in more recent months, but nonetheless, half price is not a bad pickup for 3 classic Grand Theft Auto games that have largely been patched from their original bugs and glitches that they launched with, from my understanding. Monster Hunter Rise plus Sunbreaks is $20 or 66% off right now. That is a ton of content to play through for 20 bucks. Overcooked All You Can Eat, which is Overcooked 1 and 2 together, I believe, is just $15.99 or 60% off right now. I believe this edition, All You Can Eat, even comes with like the DLC expansions. It's really a lot of fun if you have a group that you're progressing through the game together with and you want to have kind of that intense gameplay where you're yelling at each other, trying to say what to do and not to mess up the order and try to get 3 stars on your orders. Like, it's a lot of fun and I definitely recommend it. It's a game I didn't think I would get into, and I actually do enjoy it in a group setting. It's another good one to have in the arsenal alongside of your Mario parties and Smash Bros of the world whenever you have people over and you want to play a game together. Persona fans can pick up just about everything in the franchise on Nintendo Switch at 50% off right now. That is Persona 5 Royal, Persona 5 Tactica, the Deluxe Edition for Tactica, and Persona Collection, which consists of Royal, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 3 Portable. These are very story-heavy JRPGs and ones that I've not gotten around to checking out myself, but they have a large fan following behind them. If you like turn-based RPGs with a deep story, I would look into these if I were you, because you have hundreds of hours of gameplay on your hands if you do indeed get hooked. Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, the original Mario Rabbids, is $13.99 right now. Bay Farm, which does have a demo available, is 30% off or $41.99 right now. Moving Out 2 Deluxe Edition, 50% off, $16.49. And Dragon Ball Z Kakarot plus A New Power Awakens, the Deluxe Edition, which is the base game and all of the DLC. And I really did enjoy my time with Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Now, one major complaint for me is they did not have the Bruce Falconer soundtrack, and that is very unfortunate because that is absolutely the superior way to watch and enjoy moments of the story in Dragon Ball Z. I mean, just go try to watch Gohan Super Saiyan 2 transformation in the bass music. It absolutely sounds ridiculous and takes all of the fun, love, and emotion and good feelings out of that moment that you should be experiencing if you were watching it with the Bruce Falconer soundtrack. So that's how I feel about it. But I enjoyed this game on PC and actually modded in that soundtrack. Now, you can't do that on the Switch, but the game itself from a gameplay and progression perspective is really fun. It was really enjoyable. It's paced well. There is some kind of fetch quests and different smaller things that you don't have to necessarily go spend a lot of time doing if you don't want to do. You can just focus more into the main story stuff, but in some of the side quests, if you really go for all of them, they feel a bit repetitive, but still, the way that they set up this game instead of just the more fighting only focused Dragon Ball Z games, I really enjoyed. There's a lot of exploration in the world, and you're going to have plenty of fights with different groups of bad guys, but it's broken up a little bit more with some freedom to fly around and do things the way you want to do them and kind of tackle them at your own pace. So very enjoyable title. Normally $75, it's 74% off right now, or $19.49. So if you are a Dragon Ball Z fan and you've been looking for a good action RPG to play through that covers the story of that timeless saga, this is a good one to look at right now. Life is Strange Arcadia Bay Collection is $15.99 or 60% off. Tetris Effect Connected, which is the most beautiful version of Tetris. I know we have some new content coming for Tetris after the last direct. We learned but this is 50% off, $20 right now, and it's honestly a visual showpiece, I would say, on something like in handheld mode on the OLED. Like, it's kind of hard to believe where Tetris started and where it's at now in terms of its visual fidelity and just how cool the soundtrack and everything that goes along with it is. I do recommend that for Tetris fans at a $20 price point. Not a bad pickup at all. Shantae Half Genie Hero Ultimate Edition is $14.99 or 50% off right now. I have not checked out these games myself, but they do look pretty fun from the trailers that I've seen online. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown Deluxe Edition. If you've been around on the channel, you know, stop it. Metroidvania fans, just buy this game already. Honestly, at $29.99, it's a good price. The Deluxe Edition does come with some extra content, and we are getting pretty close to the release of the DLC for this game, which I will absolutely be checking out because I thoroughly enjoyed every minute of my experience in this game from start to finish and can't recommend it enough. Spyro Reignited Trilogy is $15.99 right now. We Love Katamari Reroll is $14.79. Rhythm Festival is $29.69, and then you have Grounded, the other Microsoft published game on the Nintendo Switch, $23.99, 40% off, and Hotline Miami Collection, $6.24. That's the biggest section of the sale, but I do want to make a few honorable mentions as we just kind of quickly scroll through the rest of what's on sale. You do have a dedicated section for Minecraft Dungeons. We kind of already looked at that. Capcom game sale going on right now. Resident Evil 4, an absolute classic. Some of these we've already talked about. You do have some of the Mega Man games that were left out, so we won't go into any length of detail. Mega Man games are awesome if you like them. You have 11, you have Mega Man Legacy Collection 1 and 2 for both the X and the original games, so all of them like $7 to $8 across the board. And literally up to 10 to get Mega Man 11. But if you just want to get like the old classic collection of all the Mega Man games to have on your Switch, $8 each is like absolutely a steal and a ton of fun to be had at that price point. So I definitely recommend looking into those. Okami HD is $9.99. You have all the different Resident Evils discounted, including the cloud ones, or some of the cloud ones, which, you know, can't really recommend those, but the native games that run natively on the Switch, absolutely. You do have this Arxis game sale. I'm not familiar with this particular publisher, but if you are, feel free to go through and look into them a little bit more. Devolver Digital makes some banger games, and you definitely want to check out some of these. Carry On for $5.99 or 70% off rather is a great pickup. That one looks really cool. Death's Door for $5, 75% off. Definitely check into that for kind of like a Souls-like, also Legend of Zelda. Love Letter, isometric view, like really fun, enjoyable game, good combat, cool enemies. Like, I couldn't recommend that more for just a $5 price point. I honestly think that's one of the lowest we've seen it sell at so far. And then various other ones that you can see. Inscription, $9.99 or 50% off. Katana Zeros, $8.99. So definitely a number of notable discounts. Return to Monkey Island, $12.49, and that's a more recent one. Well, I guess it's been out since 2022 on the Switch now. Wow, that's been a while. 50% off though, $12.49. The Messenger, $3.99. That's like Ninja Gaiden fans, go check out that one. It's literally a spiritual successor to the Ninja Gaiden games from like the NES era, and that takes us through the rest of the sales. So let me know in the comments down below if you're interested in any of the games we talked about. Are you currently playing through anything right now that you're very excited about that you would recommend me to pick up personally? And then let me know, you know, when's the next time you think we're going to see another round of game announcements, because I'm actually betting on Switch 2 before we see anything big in the way of new game announcements from Nintendo, from stuff we don't already know that's announced. But make sure you share all your thoughts and feelings in the comments down below before you leave, regardless if we agree or disagree. Also, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. And with that, I've been Sunbro, you've been Nation. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.